I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is Friday, September 15, 2023. Hope you had a good week. So we had this big bearish day. Didn't turn out to be a retrace and buy back up. They decided to wipe out liquidity. So become a bearish day and stay as a bearish day and close to the bottom, right? So tricky because I watched yesterday's video, so it makes sense. I know dollar made an extra high, which it shouldn't be. So I knew there was something wrong, but you also got to just trust your analysis and realize that, things can shift a different direction. A little bit too good to be true yesterday with that bullish run, but at the same time, it could have ran through for this high, but they are not following the general gist of flow for the historical data in the 15 years. So, and I'll be honest with you, this is not a normal market at the moment for me. But still trades in there, and understanding if you're going to have a bearish day and the probability of it not going up, then what does that look like? You're going to look for lower low, lower highs in the swing of the direction of that day, right? Which is today. We didn't get the bullish, whatever. So, but this is how we're going to look at it. So, and plenty of ways to look at this, right? Like, what I'm doing is not the only way of trading, obviously, right? But same time, we do have an idea that if we're finding ranges, do they fail? And if they're failing, what does it look like when they're failing? And the biggest piece, or for me, the biggest takeaway is just that, right? Meaning, for example, we open up and we were already up here, and I said that we would probably buy up again from in this area. As you see, this pocket of price sits in here, this pocket of price sits in here, and then slowly comes up to take out liquidity slowly, which is that high right there, right? So, because we didn't take that out yesterday. So now we come up and then we take out that high and we hit this block right here. Obviously this is a daily area. So you want to keep in mind, support resistance ideas, on like, if you look down here in the daily chart, this will probably help out a lot of traders. We're coming up to a resistance area. We came up here and then we came down back into a daily area with these bodies of candles, not just this down candle or down here, but these levels here. So we're hitting here, and they're really bouncing around daily levels. And the bigger gist that I don't really talk about too much, but knowing where levels are as far as liquidity goes is also the factor where the daily levels are. But in general, this would be a nice daily level where it can reverse from or go a different direction, right? Where are we coming? We came right back into the into Wednesday's down candle. So still a demand area, still can be bullish, right? But knocking a little too low for me and closing. So very possible that we do come for liquidity below. I don't know, but if I was to follow the regular plan, we'd be coming up. But let me get into just show you the day, because I'll show you the one trade that I got, and the rest of the day I had to leave alone. This was running out of control and a little bit confusing, where I'm glad I took this trade. So we opened up, took out that liquidity. Now we already identified this range over here yesterday. So, but going on to the H4, this is the range here in general, right? From here to here that we're working with. But we also can't forget, not this range from here to here that we did this fib, but I put this fib on the side because that's also in my head, but I just don't want to have too much in the chart. But from here to the retrace back, we do go a little bit under the 60, and we don't even 61, and we don't even close below. So this is technically now the swing that we dealt with. That's a probability of how it looks like. And then obviously everybody trying to get in here, but now we just have another higher low. at the end of the day, it's still technically a higher low from here if you're looking at this range as we're going up. Now, I mean, you're probably wondering, well, I don't know which ranges to work with. Well, it's fractal, so you know you have structure from going up, structure coming down, structure coming up, structure coming down. This is a little bit deeper though. Yesterday I said that we would like to come back to a 50. I liked at the 50 area or even 61 or lower, but I like the big retrace. Obviously we had this big impulse push through, but then they decided to wipe everybody out. At the end of the day, it's just a bearish day candle. But that's how it panned out. So we're back at square one, kind of 35,000 level. Obviously a little bit below 35,000 level, but we're dancing around that daily psychological level of 35,000 as well, right? So that's just also in the picture, you know. But if you take a look here, right here, I gotta go to a smaller time frame for this, but let me just show you a 30-second. So we closed yesterday. I'm going to squinch it. We closed yesterday and we came up. Well, I happened to be at 8:30 here and I'm ready. What's funny is a lot of other professionals missed all this. They literally didn't even trade today. I did definitely catch this though at the least, which I was happy about. And I'm so glad I did. And this was pretty much right here. Which is funny is 8:30 is on this candle right here, right? And then the price came down, came back up into there. And it's moving slow. So I'm like, we're supposed to have news. It's supposed to be moving better than this. And it just was slowly coming down on its nice, you know, small candle giving structure, right? Because first of all, I'm already understanding that if you look here, let's look at the... identified this range as well, so watch yesterday's video so it makes sense. But just in this range alone, because we haven't had a break of a fib yet, so identified this range, right? You can see it here when we were traced yesterday here, came up. Okay, I'm looking for a retrace. I said I like the 50, I like the you know, maybe the 61, or a little bit lower. There's some liquidity sitting there, wherever it ended up going, right? But this thing ended up going down just constantly. And I was like, wow, I haven't seen a day like this in a while. But if you're looking at it here squinched up, we already, when we came up here and retraced, we already got this fib. Like we already established this range, and then it kept going up, right? So that's why I'm showing you that this is important. So, and I was saying, oh, we're going to come, you know, down here probably, you know, and sure enough, we did. But at 8:30, we're still up here. So just giving you the framework, sure enough, I'm like, and usually I get more flow than this, but I was just following basic rules of, you know, lower, 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 high, lower, just little movement, just following that, and literally pushed the button in here, and it kept going. It kept going, kept going, kept going. I'm like, damn, nice. Now the 50s here, 61s here, and 70s here, 69s here. So I end up, I'm holding the trade, I'm down and hold it all the way till somewhere here. So I'm getting movement, pushing down. Right when it gets to this level at the 70, I take it out. Let me show you the trade here. Ugly for some reason, but there it is right there, popping right back in, get filled right here. And it was an ugly entry, actually, but I was like, looking at the 15-minute and the 1 hour with these big candles, I'm like, yo, at that time, well, I screenshot it. Oh, you're seeing the, I'm sorry, yeah, this is the entry shot that I took. Didn't even take it at the I didn't take the screenshot at the right time. I just took it here because I was really trying to focus, because it was like, you know, just very eerie vibe that I was like, man, this is amazing, but this is going to be crazy because this could do anything, right? So anyways, take the shot here while it's still here, so it's above the 38. So then here's a screenshot of it down here. So I'm holding all this time, and it hits this 70. I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking good. This is Friday, and I don't trust this, and God knows what's going to happen. I guarantee it's probably not even going to go up. I'm going to try to go up anyway, but it's not even going to go up. Sure enough, I was right, man. That's why I said trust your analysis from the beginning. So it comes to comes to a 70, and then from here I close. And I need to close because I'm like, number one, I got to take this. Number two, I got to focus because I don't know what's going to happen. At the time it's 9:28. I've already had all this movement. So 9:30, I'm like, dude, what's going to happen here, right? So, anyways, that being said, when we get down, that's the 70 right here. So then what happens is the 9:30 opens and it pushes it down to the 79, literally by a point missing, literally, right? So, but on the smaller time frame, I'm gonna show you a 10-second. I saw and was like, damn, this is a perfect buy. And let me tell you, it was so fast, I missed it and when I saw this third candle printed and at the 79, I was like, yo, push the buy button. As soon as I was like moving my mouse to come up here, this motherfucker was already here. I swear to God, if you watching live price, I was like, damn, what the and I knew it. I was like, bro, just push it because I have a confluence. Push this bitch. And I got 3 drives down. And I was, this thing already went up here. And I was like, fuck. So at this point, I'm like, damn, that's, I've never seen it move it so fast that I couldn't even catch it like and that level. So I was like, you know what, dude, you need to be probably done. Number one. Number two, I wasn't done yet though. Even though I told myself I should be done. Watch this shit. So, which is pretty cool. Now, the one thing that I had as an option, if it was a bearish day, was that it was going to retrace up, and it did retrace to a 50. At this point, I was so like, because I missed it, I was like, man, you know what? If it's a bullish day, I'm going to be pissed that I didn't go. And, we all expect to be buying, which it could have, but this retrace back up was really just to take out that high, and this is still resistance. So what that means is that this is just a lower high, and we're gonna make a new lower low, and boom, we did all the way down here. And all we're doing is wiping out liquidity on the left side. That's all we're doing. And we're just creating lower low, lower high structure. If you try to fight that, then you're going to be realizing that it's failing. As you can see, lower low, lower high. This is the control. So now this is a lower low, lower high setting, even though I'm still stubborn and egotistical to try to keep going up, which is maybe that's a little harsh, but at the same time, I have to be willing to remember to where is the control of price. So in this scenario, I'm not showing you candles on purpose. You have a lower high here, you have a lower low, you have another lower high here, which from here is the control of a lower high, which controls the price down, meaning it never breaks that level. All right, so we come up, we never break that level. We come down, we never break that level. We come down again, we never break that level. We come up and we come and never break that level, come down again. We never break that level. We come up here and we never break that level. We come down because we never break that level, right? Hope this is making sense. But in the big picture of this is how you expect the lower low and lower high to look like. So you basically, when they retrace at its farthest at that level, that's it. It's never coming back, and you constantly need to be selling. I'm sorry. So as you see here, lower high and boom, lower low, right? And then that could have been the same scenario, but this is the real scenario. This is just peaking up one more time. So you're probably like, damn, well, because this could have came up again here and then still sold. When you understand it's a heavy lower low, lower high leg, you know what I'm saying? So you can expect 2 drives and still be a seller. You can, and up here, even could have been 3 drives and been a seller if it's going to be constantly rolling like that. At the end, you got to probably give up, right? But I hope that makes sense. So what I'm trying to tell you is when this missed and I couldn't catch this, my general program is, buy, sell, buy, right? So I missed this. And as far as selling this, at this point, I'm not screenshotting, dude. I don't really know what's going to happen because dollar's making another higher high. I'm like, bro, this is wild, right? So I do put this green level here, which I'm going to show you in a second, which is basically this high right here. So I extended it. I only extended this one. I didn't extend the other ones. I extended this one because it's like sitting in the middle by itself, literally by itself. And the reason why I used this, because they used it as resistance. So it went below that level. See, look to your left here. See that on the hour? See that? So we ran through it and we retraced back up to it. And it's pretty much, we retraced to it twice and it's referring to that level. But it's, it's also accomplishing taking out people who are selling from here, breakout people. I was already up here. Wish I held it all the way, knowing that it was going to be such a big ass day like that. But it's cool, man. I'd rather take the profit and have mental care. So you know what I mean, like I can't be involved when it's going to be this violent in that sense, right? But if you take a fib here, take a look. I'm gonna put it back to, well, I'll leave it here. When the price retraced here, I put this level here just in case it was, obviously we're still looking for buys, right? If that model first trade, buy. Second trade, sell. Third trade, buy. I tried to catch this. So I missed this and I don't sell into it, but I know it's retracing. So it comes down to a lower level here. I'm like, okay, cool. Big ass imbalance that we couldn't catch when we missed it at 9:30. Okay, cool. We're going to take this. I do catch this all the way up to here. And then I make it, and then here we go. I have a decision to make. Am I going to take the trade out and sell it, or am I going to hold to break through? I tried to hold and break through. Didn't pan out. Saw this candle right here and closed out and wasn't worried about no fucking screenshot, man, because this was tough. And it failed. And then once it failed and it kept sitting like this, I'm like, nah, man, dude, I'm straight. Because not only did we take out that low should have never been taken out if we're going up. So once this level got taken out, I was done completely. I'm not waiting. This is not going to happen. This is a control of lower low, lower high. Watch this. Even though this didn't break that's still controlled. But fine. This broke here and then just stayed underneath that, and that the price got controlled from right here. See that? So big learning experience. This is a great day for you to see and experience and all that. And what I'm sharing with you is fire, because let me tell you something. I'm going to put this to the side real quick. I was watching some professionals on their streams and all these things. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these motherfuckers have no idea what they're doing. Or it's so basic that it's like, they ain't even taking the trades. They're just sitting there like, oh, next time. So I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, your analysis is really good, Roland, right? But at the same time, I'll always have work to do, but what I got out of this is, I'm gonna tell you this. If you're in a lower low, lower high leg, type it right here and put a circle around it and say that's what you're doing right now until it's over. And then, or put a higher high, higher low sign up here and say, circle it. I'm going higher, higher, higher. We are in a higher, higher, higher low leg. And just flip it on and off. And that will probably do you very good justice. Because if you know which that is, and you're constantly trying to be smarter than you are, or guess something that doesn't end up panning out, thinking it's going to come up here. Let me tell you something. First of all, we should have been up here. I'm letting you know we're supposed to be up here, but failed. So, which I'll get into in a moment. But anyways, once this failed, done, and then sure enough, all I really had to do, and here's the lesson, all I really had to do was realize that this was coming back in to sell from, and we're right here underneath that, right? Number one. Number two, if you didn't and you left it alone, well, then you can catch every candle coming down. If you're telling yourself that it's bearish, all right, let me go to a 1 minute because this is ridiculous. Go to a 1 minute. Smaller time frame. Okay, so, then just look at every bearish candle and be like, this is it. You can take an entry here, realizing that it's not going to take out that previous high, and then when it retraces, goes right into here, stays here, doesn't come into here. Very, very manipulative, very shady as well. They should have sold it from here for buyer's remorse, and it never came back. So this is a level that we're going to visit. Because this needs to be revisited, right? Inefficiency of fair delivery. But in my opinion, and how I think this works, right? You call it support, resistance, whatever you want. But at the same time, this is protected. You see the retracements always coming back up. And then these are the trades sell. So sell, done. Like, okay, we're back. Obviously, big story is we're coming right back to that big gap right there that we visited, back to the open. We close right in the open, and you see we're indecisive wick. So lot of weakness in the market right now. And I mean, can we come down? I don't know, right? It can though, because it did come up here, and I knew this much was going to happen in September from coming down and bouncing back up. I knew all this, but this was not part of the plan. But if you ever find yourself in that situation, then just fucking go the different direction and see the structure. Realize it's already happening. So that's why I put this fib right here. Yep, see this? So from this here, they sold at 7 in the morning. Like some bitches. Nobody's trading at 7 in the morning. And they start dropping it. That's why I catch it. I'm seeing it. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to get a big ass U or a mountain or a shark fin or in general that pattern. And you can see it because if you look to the left, this was already big. They were getting big bearish candles. I'm like, yo, just push it. Fucking went right through, man. I was glad to take this. But what I should have realized, and I told myself, this thing can retrace to a 50 real quick and then be bearish. And I was like, nah, we're gonna look for buys. Because we retraced good enough and it was a healthy, deep enough retracement. That was the logic. Sure enough, I should have went with my other option, which was obviously being bearish, and then I would have fucking loved to catch all that. I would have just took it out of here and said, and then bought this, which I actually did buy this, but by this point I was kind of pissed for the situation and not trusting myself, but whatever. It's all good. I'm human. And I'm not a robot, so you'll find that out, obviously, about yourself. But it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be perfect here. But this was a buy here, 3,000. Then it ended up playing around right here. I'm like, nah, took this out. I was done, and I had to go to the barber and get ready for a dinner early. So I was gone and was watching on the phone like, these bastards, these motherfuckers brought it down here. And then right when this wasn't also a nice buy opportunity as well, but look how they shook people out. Bitches, man, so anyways, that all being said, so it could be a long story coming from here. If I was to keep this basic, and the reason why it also dropped all the way down is because this could be a balanced price range, meaning it went up, it went down. It doesn't have to come back up in this range, but we did settle at a daily support here. I mean, you see this you see these peaks here. You see it peaking here and coming down, then going above it, and then coming over it here. Like this level right here is pretty key, and we're still visiting it. So, do we get a bounce up to come up? I don't see it with this kind of bearish candle closing like that. It is risky that we retrace a little bit up, get into maybe like right here. And if you use a fib coming down, and then we start attacking the liquidity here. So that's why I put this green line here. We attack there, obviously, because it's right next to it. But then that low right there, And then this has a three drive pattern, or a higher low pattern right here, which is, plenty of liquidity. I don't know if they're going to stretch here and then. So I don't, honest opinion, I've never felt a day like this where I was like, I don't know, at this point right here. So, to keep it simple more, I don't know what else to tell you, but we do have it could be an efficiency in price here and liquidity. So I'm not saying this is out of the cards yet, but to get back up through this, that's looking fucking awkward, man, if you ask me. I mean, so that's where I'm at here. So we got some liquidity here. Do we start speakering out that way? And then while inching down to take this liquidity and then start this sequence all over again right here with higher lows? I don't know, but I mean, that would look pretty weird. Do we get a double top right here where it rushes back? I don't see that. I mean, I don't think there's news on Monday and Tuesday, but, or do we just start coming down, I don't know. So this is where I'm going to leave it at. You guys take care. Have a good weekend and God bless.